Sorry, Mom. I have a potty mouth, and it's going to be better from here on out. Where are you pointing, Carson? Oh, I see. Anyway, guys, we got a great Monday Tuesday show coming up today. We got MLB playoffs to get to, Monday Night Football recap. We got to talk about the Cubs. We got all the Chicago guys here. We got Jayson Werth coming by. My radio hero, Stugotz, dropping in. It's going to be awesome. We also got Yans coming in to talk the opening night of the NHL. Keep it locked. Here on FS1, Wake Up Barstool starts now. What up, y'all? Welcome in. Wake Up Barstool, FS1, T-Bob, Big Cat, Eddie, Nikki, Steven Cheah. Behind the glass today, producing. A lot to get to on today's show. Going to be a great show. Hope everybody has a good coffee in hand and is ready to have some fun over the next couple of hours. Boys, how are we feeling? Great Monday night game last night, huh?
Shockingly.
Yeah. Great Monday night game. Can we just start rip off with just a confession?
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I tried to put on a little of my wife's foundation or whatever, and I just had to wash it off because it was insane. I tried to put on my own makeup.
So is this the first time you've worn makeup?
There's been times when we've been on TV where they've put it on, but it was the very first time I've ever tried to apply my own makeup, and it was a disaster. Boys, I'm in a bad spot.
Credit to you for knowing what to do.
I don't know. That is
I don't know if
that's not 100% clear.
I don't know.
She was still asleep. There was some type of tan something.
Yeah.
And I squirted it and I put it under my eyes, and then I looked like a raccoon. And then I had to wash my whole face again.
And it would have been glaring on the
Oh, it would have been ridiculous. It would have been absolutely ridiculous.
I thought we were talking about some sort of powder or something.
I think
so
it's
it was
foundation.
Like a paste?
Is that what foundation is?
I think foundation's a powder. I mean, look, we got our girl Teresa in here that comes in once a week for Casey. She taught me.
I was like, dude, that's Steven.
No, sorry.
Wait a minute.
She exists on the other side of that wall.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear this?
What's
no,
that?
what?
You put makeup on before this show?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Oh no!
Every day?
Teresa taught me a couple things.
That's who Teresa is. I was like, who's this? By
Teresa
the way,
that's where I was going with that. Taught me a couple things. It's an odd feeling. I'm a little nervous about people walking in on me every day when I'm doing it.
Wait, you do it every day?
Yeah, it takes like 2 minutes.
She's here right now?
She's not here right now. No, she taught me how to do it. I have a little makeup kit.
You do the makeup yourself?
Yeah.
Well, wait, why don't over break
Yeah, put some on me, dude.
Let's come back. When we come back, we'll do a little live makeup.
Help me out.
I'll show you exactly what Teresa does. Maybe we can make it look okay. Look, man, I don't know if it makes a difference. I kind of enjoy it.
I mean,
It's a little fun. It's a little pampering.
Yeah.
It feels a little like saucy. I don't know.
No, I
kind of like it.
No, I mean, yeah, that's cool. It was like two things. It was one, I was like, I'm gonna try this because I look terrible. This is the end of the stretch. I do Sunday all day here, left Sunday at like 2 a.m., then Monday all day. Then last night we had Cubs here streaming till midnight. So I have not slept. So I was like, I look awful. This is bad for TV. Let me try to put on some makeup. And if it doesn't work, I can burn like 5 minutes of Wake Up Barstool where we don't have to talk about the Cubs. Mission accomplished.
Okay. So
Look at that.
that is what I did. Y'all can choose. Do y'all want to start with the Cubs and knock it out? Go playoffs first. Do you want to start with the NFL?
Let's just knock out the Cubs.
Okay.
Sure.
They can't hit. They stink. I'm so frustrated with them.
that first inning?
That's all they do.
That had to have felt so good.
It's almost like, would y'all rather, I was thinking about this, would you rather not the first inning tease? Because it really is heartbreaking back-to-back games where it's this unbelievable start only to be immediately ripped out.
I don't think it's a tease if you can't really feel it. They answered right away.
They answer instantly.
Yeah.
Like we had maybe 12 minutes. We had Shota's first two batters strikeouts.
Yeah.
And I think in the gambling cave, we said the words, he is dialed.
I said that.
But he
And I thought
was, in your defense, he was dialed.
Yeah, you were saying past tense.
He was right.
I know. I thought about it all night.
That was like I said, I tweeted, nice opener to the Brewers, and then there were people like, this is going to backfire. It's like, well, I was correct that them giving up a 3-run homer in the top of the first, like, that's idiotic that they went with an opener. But the Brewers, Pat Murphy's out managing Craig Counsell. The Cubs, the pitching story was game 1 because of Matthew Boyd and that weird decision. Now it's just, you cannot win in the playoffs if you can't score any runs. And they've scored the max amount of runs they scored is 3 runs in a game.
Yeah.
They
Even
can't hit.
so, though, we just don't got the arm on top. Like we don't have. Shota is not the guy from last year.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the pitching has been a problem, but we kind of knew the pitching was a problem. The offense is the offense is the thing I'm focused on today. I had the Saturday to be mad about the pitching. Today I'm like, hey, you know that you don't have starting pitching. Cade Horton's hurt. Matthew Boyd pitched 180 pitches this year. His arm is tired. Shota's been bad for a couple months. You knew that the pitching was bad going into this series. You had to deliver at the plate, and they have not delivered at the plate. They had, one base runner after the first inning? Or second inning? It's crazy.
Seah's I guess Seah's the only one that's really been consistent. I thought maybe the PCA Game 3 was going to be his breakthrough, and then that was going to kind of wake him up because he was so fantastic that night. But as you said, I guess it just hasn't come to pass.
No, really the only guy we can consistently lean on is Cheah.
And Bush.
Yeah,
and Bush, and who didn't? And Bush.
Nico.
Yeah, Nico, but like Nico's hitting singles. Yeah. You need guys who can actually drive in runs.
Yeah.
And credit to the Brewers. Like Pat Murphy's out managing Craig Counsell. The bullpen game in Game 2 was genius. He pulled all the right strings. He still has Priester, Quintana, and Peralta is going to go again. He's just completely. He took the Cubs' best hitter out of the lineup for the first 2 at bats. Like that was a genius move with Ashby, the opener of Ashby. So they're getting out managed, they're getting out hit, they're getting out pitched. It's a disaster. And I still like their chances at Wrigley.
Dan, there's
There we are.
Octigley. Dan, there's your proof.
Yeah.
Right there.
This
Shout
is
out to the production team finding this tweet.
This is what I'm talking about, Eddie. You can't, much as the pitching has been bad, like this is, at some point you have to score runs.
Yeah, but it's almost one of those situations where you get the kick run back on you right at the opening kickoff. You're down so bad
I know.
where it's you're digging out of a hole that just seems insurmountable.
You'd like them to hold a lead.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
And then skinny ass, goofy ass Mizorowski comes in and it's just like
But that's the thing
throwing
too.
118 miles an hour.
He was missing so many spots.
I know.
You
He
got to do
throws
better
so
against
hard,
him.
dude.
Can every dude throw 100 miles an hour but us?
Yeah.
That's how it is.
It's pretty crazy.
I bet you if White Sox Dave grew up in this era, he could push on.
He probably can.
He can push
probably
on
close to 100 right now.
Che, what do you? I mean, massive Cubs fan. Obviously, I can tell from what you're wearing. What's your thoughts on the series?
I am not a Craig Counsell defender, but I will say putting Justin Turner to start against the opener worked for the most part. 1 for 2, and then they brought in Michael Busch, who obviously is one of their best hitters, led the team in home runs. Again, they just can't hit. We're being a dead horse. They had 4 hits last night. Like that's not going to get it done against a Milwaukee team that everybody can hit, it seems like.
Does it give y'all any solace that Philadelphia fans are dying all around you, maybe even worse? Given the fact that obviously they lose both at home and now have to go back to LA, and the Dodgers look like the team in the NL right now.
They have it worse.
Like they have it worse.
They have it worse. Yeah. Like
You got the excitement of Octigley and
They have it
everything.
worse.
No, okay, all right. Hear me out. The Dodgers are the Phillies are kind of at the end of this era, which that stinks. But the Dodgers are really, really good. The Cubs are. I think the Cubs are better than the Brewers. They're not, but they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you also it's your rival. You took Craig Counsell. There's a lot of history behind it. When you lose to the Dodgers, I feel like you just lose to. Give me a Star Wars thing.
Death
Star.
It's like the Death Star.
Yeah,
It's like the Death Star,
Yeah.
right?
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
No?
Let's just stick with Death Star.
Don't you think there's a little bit of the Dodgers are so much better than everyone? I feel.
Yeah, but the Phillies push their chips to the middle of the table.
I agree with that. You're right. That's fair.
y'all had that game 3 in Wrigley in the wild card round. Philly has sit around waiting. They're like, okay, playoffs, baby. And now they're just cooked.
You are right. There is, with the way this format works, there seems to be every single year a team that it's a really good team that gets like one fun playoff game and then they're out.
And you want to talk about not hitting. I was kind of shocked by this. So going back to last year, Phillies lost 5 of their last 6. But just in this playoffs, Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, 2 of 21.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's painful.
I think our good friend Max broke it down. He said the Dodgers have so many guys, and their guys are always guys. And the Phillies need their top 3 guys to be guys.
That's okay.
That's pretty eloquent.
That actually makes
and it makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense, right?
Your guys to be good.
Right. The Dodgers just have so many guys.
They have guy culture.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
The Phillies only have really 3 guys, and they need to be guys.
So do the Dodgers create guys, or do guys go to the Dodgers?
Oh, I think they buy all the guys.
They buy the guys.
Yeah, they've cornered the market on guys.
Both.
But it is true. The Dodgers are like, they just have, hitter after hitter, pitcher after pitcher. It's just not, they're just really, really good. And the Phillies almost had a chance in this game.
It's really nice of you to say.
Oh, that 9th inning, I thought they were going to do it. The bank came alive.
But yeah, so rough couple of series there, 2-0 in both. But Cubs, I would say, with more hope heading back to Wrigley, whereas Philly just feels dead.
I gotta throw this question out there. We were discussing this last night. So I won the 50-50 last week.
Congrats.
They've given me I don't know if people know that, but yeah, I won it. They're giving me the big check on Wednesday. I don't think I can go.
What?
It's an elimination game. Like, you have to be focused on the elimination game.
It's kind of insensitive.
But
It's an insensitive move to go get a big check in an elimination game.
your life's purpose was to win the 50.
I understand.
You're
the
not-
Cubs need me. They need me focused. I can't be.
Are they going to give you the big check at the game?
Yeah. Before the game.
So why don't you just ask for a regular size check? That's a funny photo op on the field too.
Maybe wear an armband for you can't. Yeah, go ahead.
How long did you fight for this 50-50?
A long time.
And it probably felt really dark, right?
Yeah.
Probably felt as dark as being down 0-2, scoring 3 runs or fewer for the last 13 postseason games. Like, it probably felt like the hill was just too high to climb, but you didn't give up. So your win is representative of exactly what the Cubs need to do here. They cannot give up, okay?
Okay.
So you have to set the tone by accepting this check, giving it to charity, like you said, for a great, amazing cause, and then the Cubs will follow suit.
I appreciate you trying to motivate me, but what if the Cubs just suck and I'm just a winner?
Well, I don't know. I feel like
when will they give you the check?
Like 2:00, I think, like 2 hours before the game.
And so
I
there
don't
would be a photo of your goofy smile with this big check if
Exactly.
they're down 10.
Everyone memeing me. I can't do it. I think I have to say, hey, thank you, thanks, but no thanks. No big check for me.
You can't-
We got to win this game.
You can't let the fear of failure stop you from celebrating success, Dan. This is it. This is the moment to bring the Cubs up with you.
Wait, no. Just win another 50-50.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, that's true.
Give up.
That's
Don't
true.
do this one. Win another 50-50.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Do you have your 50-50 ring on you?
No, it's in. I don't know where I lost it.
You lost it.
It was a good run.
I was about to give a confident answer where it might be, but I do not know.
One day.
All right, let's talk a little Monday Night Football last night. How about them Jags, Cheah? Nobody happier than Steven Cheah to see one of his former favorite coaches, Liam Cohen, having great success in Jacksonville. The Jaguars with a stumbling and deeply funny game-winning touchdown at the end of the game. Take down the Chiefs 31-28 at home, now 4-1. Chiefs dropped to 2-3. Cheah, what'd you think, man?
I mean, this play specifically, the left guard with an unbelievable play,
Yep.
looking for work, and then also just piling on the guy. It's a hell of a finish by Liam Cohen and the Jaguars. I'm going to say it. I might have been right. He's a good coach.
This was an incredible Monday Night Football game.
Yeah, it was.
I was not
It was
expecting
awesome.
to watch a
Very
good game.
Yeah.
I thought this was like water find its level for the Chiefs. They were going to win by 40. I was wrong.
Yeah, and the Jaguars are this is the game the Jaguars always lose as a franchise.
Yep.
Hey, we have a little bit of momentum going. We're playing Monday Night Football. Remember the game, I think it was maybe 3 years ago, where the Jaguars were, I want to say 5-1 or 6-2 and played that Monday night game against the Bengals, and Jake Browning beat them, and it was like, and then the wheels just fell off. This is the game that usually the Jaguars just fall flat on their face, and everyone realizes they're the same old Jaguars, and they didn't do that. And they also did it in a very comical way, like you had Trevor Lawrence picking his nose, and then almost throwing an interception, falling down, getting up.
He was somehow still their leading rusher.
Yeah, he took like
nothing made sense.
He took like a terrible delay of game penalty in that big moment. There was that moment too where he ran, I think with about 2 minutes left. Didn't he scramble for a gain of like 1 that burned maybe 45 seconds when he couldn't?
He was running and then he could have thrown it out of bounds. He took a sack.
Yeah, like it was. They did it in a comical, ridiculous fashion, but still ended up beating the Chiefs.
They beat the Chiefs and didn't look good.
Yeah, right.
Well, okay. The only thing I'd push back on is Devin Lloyd's incredible.
Yes.
There is not a more dialed defensive player in the NFL right now. The 99-yard, I mean, he was player of the month, he was player of the week last week, and then he has that 99-yard pick return for a touchdown. It was crazy.
The Jaguars defense is for real. They've turned the ball over. How many did they have last night? Did they just have that pick, or did they get a fumble as well?
It was just that pick, I believe.
I think they have 14 takeaways now through 5 games. They had 9 all of last year as a team.
Damn.
So that's really been the big part of this change is how much more dominant the defense has been and how they take the ball away.
How about the AFC South?
Yeah.
Dude, hey.
Having a moment.
Indiana.
That's a great
Indiana
point, Eddie. We
Jones.
got to start, like,
Yeah.
I know there's no commissioner of the AFC South, but there should be. And they should start, like, buying ad time. Like commercials.
Every division should have
A commissioner, yes. They should. The AFC
college
South
football
needs,
style.
like, imagine if you're just watching a regular like night, Tuesday night game, and it's just like, hey, I'm George Peterson from the AFC South. We want to let you know that 3 out of 4 of our teams are actually above 500.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh
Thanks,
man.
AFC South.
I had no idea.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Hey, even the Texans, shout out to your pinky.
Yeah.
I hope. But
yeah,
the
no,
Texans need a couple wins in a row now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the first thing you do every year. It's like, all right, AFC South, 1 playoff team. That's it.
You're so right, Eddie. People need to start talking about the AFC South.
Come visit the AFC South.
Yeah, right.
Why don't
Here
you
at the
pick
AFC
up the mantle? Be the mouthpiece of the AFC South.
I might have to make a commercial. Here at the AFC South, we have 2 teams that are 4-1.
We do things a bit differently.
The AFC North can't even keep a quarterback on the field.
Yeah.
You need to be like an old-timey farmer.
Yeah.
Like a Pepperidge Farm commercial.
Yeah, look at that AFC North. Their only starting quarterback is a 41-year-old Rodgers. We need to do it.
We have a sighting ball down here.
Yeah, just negative attention to every other division as well.
Yeah.
We need to make this video. All right, guys. When we get back, we got a ton to get to on today's show. Coming up next, though, if you're feeling down, come take a step into the Copium Den. We'll huff some copium together and try to feel a little bit better. More Wake Up Barstool coming up on FS1. Welcome back. Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. We do this every single Tuesday, guys. If you're feeling a little sad, a little down about your team, well, step into our office. It is time once again to head to the Copium Den. Oh, wait. Oh,
No kidding.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
They keep this on for too long, I'm going to fall asleep.
Yeah, this is nice.
Say it right now.
Leave it forever.
You act like you've worked for 42 of the last 48 hours.
I'm going to fall asleep. I like this.
Dan, Copium Den. And what
Yeah.
you got this week?
All right, so I was thinking about it. Penn State's kind of the big story from Saturday. It's taking up a lot of the oxygen. But the other story is that Arch Manning is really bad and Texas stinks.
Yep.
And they've kind of gone under the radar. So I was thinking about it. What's the spin zone here? Here's my spin zone. In life, your teams are usually not good. There's only one champion. If you're a Texas fan, just think back like 4 months ago. Think back 6 months ago. Think back 7 months ago. The 8 months of off-season hype that you were able to enjoy still outweighs the 1.5 months of bad football you've watched thus far.
It was a fun off.
And it was fun, yeah. Like having a fun off-season Like getting the hype. We've done it before.
Yes.
It's fun. You know, you're sitting on the beach in July 4th, and you're sitting on the beach being like, man, I can't wait for Texas football. We're going to be good this year.
It's not just fun, it's way more fun.
It's
Wait.
way more fun.
Is the off season the best part about the season?
Yes.
For most teams, yes.
For almost every team?
Yes. So, like, you had that, and don't forget how awesome it was. You had the conversations with your friends at the barbecues, you know, at besoftball games, at random events all summer long, being like, man, Arch is going to be real good.
It's going to be so much
Man,
better
we're
than
gonna
yours, dude.
We're gonna start week 1. We're gonna beat up Ohio State. They got a young quarterback. They just won a national title. They had a bunch of guys go to the pros. You had all those conversations, and those are the fun times. Those are the times we got to remember. So yeah, Texas, you stink, but you had a great offseason.
You had a good time.
You had a really fun offseason.
Eddie, what are you gonna make people feel better about today?
My Copium Den is that I will not be providing copium, which will make you feel copium.
Okay.
Because 2 weeks ago I said the Jets are the second best team in the division. And then last week I said Penn State will win a big game this season. So I'm the bad guy, okay? So I will not say anything about your team, and that will make you feel better because I clearly am the mush.
Oh my God, Eddie.
Makes sense,
Exactly.
dude. Good job.
It's all your fault.
It is, I know. So that's no copium. So
That's actually a really impressive 2 for 2.
oh wait.
it's really bad.
So Matt and our EP, who's a big Cubs fan, you sure you don't want to give any copium to the Brewers?
That would be
You can't do this though because it's got to be natural.
Yeah, that's fair.
Reverse it.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
Probably.
Also, like, what are they sad about?
There's nothing.
There's nothing, yeah.
They're just on cloud 9, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got everything.
But yeah, so copium because I didn't pick your team to give copium.
I just want to go back real quick. Two
Yeah.
weeks ago, you said the Jets are the second best team in the AFC.
Well, they looked a little frisky. They were
Yeah, it was
having
after
fun.
You think that?
the Dolphins lost. They looked pretty good.
They had the block kick and everything. Remember week 1 against the Steelers?
Yes.
We're like, Justin Fields, dude. Look at him.
Yes.
He's not bad.
The New York Jets.
Life came at me quick.
All things considered, in defense of you, that Steelers week 1 loss by the Jets might be loss of the year.
It was fun.
It really skewed all of our vision on where the Jets were going.
Great. And then
was a great loss.
Week 2 was Aaron Glenn.
Yeah.
I was feeling it.
Oh yeah, no, that was week 3.
Was it?
Yeah, week 2 they got killed by the Bills.
Still, that's 2 weeks ago, though.
All right, so it's 2 weeks ago. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the Patriots weren't looking as good. Dolphins looked bad. I felt good about that.
So wait, are the Jets going to win this week?
Yeah. Well,
Who
I
they playing?
didn't say anything.
I don't know who they play.
Doesn't really matter. All the teams are better than them.
Every single one, huh? Yeah, you're right.
There's no game you could say been like easy.
Oh,
game.
No team can pop up and be like, ooh.
They play the Broncos.
Okay, yeah.
Nikki, what you got?
But it's an abroad game.
Okay.
Early kick.
So they're gonna get
Yeah,
their
Broncos
butt kicked
traveling
overseas.
Broncos traveling way farther
No, they actually not.
than the Jets.
Yeah.
To London.
Well, I mean, this guy he doesn't follow football. The Broncos went from Philly right to London.
Oh wow, heady play, Dan. I didn't know that, dude.
Come on.
That from the
you
top.
gotta be plugged in to every team's travel schedule. That's how we gamble on Sunday morning football.
Nikki, what you got?
So I was seeing Eagles fans react to this loss really, really poorly. They're a pregnancy removed from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The only Super Bowl that matters is the very last one before the league folds or ends. You say, as Bears fans, you just need one and you can die happy. That is a lie. It will be the following year after a Super Bowl, week 1, and you'll be yelling at your TV.
Yep.
The only Super Bowl that really matters is the very last Super Bowl.
That's true.
Yes.
Very true.
So I think you just told Eagles fans to try to blow up.
Blow up the league. Blow up the league. Or if you're a non-Eagles fan, wait it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got time.
Yeah.
Or you hope at least.
Yes.
I like
Also, Eagles fans, you lose for the first time in 220 days.
Yeah.
Like,
Reacted
shut up.
poorly.
Did
Yeah.
you guys see? I missed this on Sunday. Did you see Jalen Hurts try to get his own rebound?
Yes, that was so badass, dude.
It was,
that was so cool.
incredible. Here it is.
Watch
Look
it.
at him. And this would okay.
Hail
So
Mary.
here's a question. Because Hail Marys have happened where it's bobbled around and bounced around. If Jalen Hurts had caught his own Hail Mary, would it have been the greatest play in the history of sports?
Absolutely.
It might have been.
Absolutely.
Which is an insane thing to say out loud, but I actually think it might have been.
Was he just like hoping that somebody would caught it so he'd be right there to celebrate?
No, I think
he was hoping it got bobbled and hit
bobbled, or
around.
maybe like they tried to smack it down but miss-hit and it like flies up. He got shockingly close to.
Yeah, if that got bobbled twice, he could catch it.
His grade school basketball coach is so happy. Follow the shot.
Oh yeah.
Follow your shot.
Never forget it.
Always got to follow your shot.
Yeah, so Eagles fans, take down the NFL.
Yeah, yeah.
Jay, what you got?
So I'm a little bit down in the dumps because the Jags won last night. I had the prediction before the year the Jags would
This
go.
is not.
Your Bucks did so. Okay,
This
sorry.
is not
continue,
also
continue.
how this works, but okay.
Wait, are you copying yourself?
Yep,
Yeah.
coping
Okay,
myself.
okay, great.
So the Jags, hand up, I was wrong, unless they lose all their games, which is still on the table. But if they win 9 or more games, I have to dye my hair in Jaguar pattern and then dress in full Jaguars garb, jersey, pants, and shoulder pads for the entirety of Super Bowl week, which will be my 40th birthday. But the Bucks might be in the Super Bowl, so that's a fair trade I would make right now. If you said I'd do that right now and the Bucks in the Super Bowl, I'm taking that every day.
Really good Copium Den for just the very specific audience of people who made bets against the Jaguars and our Bucks fans.
No, that's good. They can sleep.
Yeah.
They can sleep
Yeah.
easy.
I hope
bet
there's
there's a
one
bunch.
guy watching this right now who's like, oh my God.
Hey, thanks, Steve.
Like, I bet my buddies that the Jags would stink. And I'm a Bucks fan. Oh my God.
All right,
Hey, 2
guys.
Florida teams.
Yeah, but also the Bucks, there's no copium that the Bucks are just good. You just look at the standings.
Yeah, dude, they're
good.
Yet another game-winning drive for Baker. All right, guys, coming up next, we got Jayson Werth. Talk a little MLB playoffs, maybe some ponies as well. Keep it locked on Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. Go grab a coffee or maybe a sausage link or an over easy egg. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. Right now, I'm so excited to be joined by 15-year NFL vet, World Series champ, horse race owner extraordinaire, Jayson Werth. Jayson, what's up, brother? Thank you so much for waking up with us.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Bright and early, let's do it.
All right, before we dive into the playoff, Jayson, you have discovered a love for the ponies in your post-playing career. You've been a part of an ownership team that has won Belmont. You had a horse ride in the Derby today. You've also won a World Series championship. How would you compare winning something like the Belmont to winning the World Series?
Well, it's right there. I said at the time it's probably winning a World Series in Philly, the parade, and then the Belmont. I think horse racing is an unbelievable sport for anybody. It's really an unbelievable sport for retired athletes. Guys that don't get on the field anymore. The horses run for you, and it's quite an experience from the paddock to the early morning training. You wake up on game day. You put your suit on. You put your tie on. It's like putting your cleats on, and then the horses, when they get on the track, they run for you. It's an amazing experience. It's hard to explain until you do it. We started Icon Racing. IconRacing.com. You can check it out. $100,000 a share. You can do it with your buddies, your parents, your families, and you get in. And on race day, it's as big as anything. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, the ponies are the best. All right, Jayson, tell us what the Cubs and the Phillies have to do. You've been in these spots before, in a clubhouse, in the playoffs, when a team can't get the big hits, can't have the big moments. What exactly happens in those discussions? How do you fix it? How do you get out of a funk? Because I feel like playoff baseball, more than anything else, is just you got to be able to string together that like 2, 3, 4 hits where you can put up a crooked number, and neither team right now is able to do it, and they're both down 0-2 after losing on Monday night.
Yeah, well, I think they're in kind of two different sets of circumstances. We'll start with the Phillies. The Phillies were on ice for 5 days. It's the worst part of MLB postseason. You sit there for 5 days, you lose all your momentum. The Dodgers come in with all their momentum, from playing in the wild card. Now the wild card is 3 games. The Phillies are up against it hard. I don't know how. Honestly, I don't know how they recover. losing 2 at home. That's tough. The Cubs, the Cubs have been playing, so I think they can flip the switch and turn it back on because they weren't on ice. So it's not an easy situation. Obviously, it's not where you want to be. You want to split at worst. But of course, here we are, and neither team did. So it's going to be tough for both teams.
Jayson, have you been in a clubhouse where you second-guessed the manager? We're in a situation here in Chicago where a lot of people didn't like what happened with the Cubs in Game 1. Have you ever been in a similar situation? And is that felt palpable in the dugout?
Yeah, of course I've been in that situation. And I think looking at those games last night, with the Phillies get the momentum in the 9th, and then they get Castellanos hits that excuse me double, and he's on second, and then they go to bunt the guy over with Stott, and doesn't get it done. And I think if you're going to do it right there, you would have pinch ran for Castellanos. He's not the best base runner. He's not the fastest guy. But they couldn't because Bader's can't run. He's hurt, and he's on the bench. So they were in a tough spot. I don't think you bunt right there. I don't know what the guys are feeling. But yeah, I mean, it kills morale. You know what though? You're always second guess your manager and in the front office. You're kind of always you're kind of at odds with those guys all season most of the time, unless you got a really good manager like I had with Dusty Baker, Charlie Manuel. You always probably doing that a little bit, but in the postseason, it definitely adds up. When we were playing the Giants, and when I was with the Nationals, we had Matt Williams was our manager, and he messed up the bullpen. I mean, we wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
Oof.
You got a question, Nick?
Me?
Yeah, Che's got a question. Che, by the way, Steven Cheah is just became a baseball fan in April, so this question might literally be like, what's a double play? Go ahead.
He's going all in.
No, this works. So we have 2 teams that lost Game 2s in very different ways. The Phillies obviously had a near very, very good comeback in the bottom of the 9th inning. Obviously, the runner getting thrown out at home plate was a huge factor in that. But the Cubs just get blown out. That game was over after the 3rd inning, probably. What do you think, as a player, is easier to bounce back from a comeback that was just thwarted at the last minute, or you're just out of the game and you in the NFL they say burn the playbook, burn the film?
Honestly, it probably just depends on what's going on in the clubhouse. Those comebacks, it can be a huge letdown. With the Cubs, I would say, their letdown was in the 1st inning. They come out swinging, go up 3-0, and then bang, the Brewers are right back in the 1st to tie it up, and then they kind of get blown out. So I think you could probably chalk that one up to just like, oh well, we got our ass kicked. Like let's move on. The Phillies might be a little bit tough. Just with all that, you got on top of everything in Philly, you got what they did with Duran's entrance, the closer. They added pyrotechnics, and they bring him in 2 games when was not a close situation, and they did their song and dance. They added all that stuff. That might eat at you a little bit more, even so. So. I don't know. I think the Brewers are hot. Like I said, they're both. Nobody's in a good situation down 0-2. It's we'll see who can fight back. Hopefully, you can get Game 3 and get a little something going and try to get it back home for Game 5.
Jayson, I guess I'll end with the Cubs down 0-2. Come back to Wrigley. What is the key? Like the mentality? Where's your head at as a player? How do you approach it so that you can start that journey back?
Yeah, I mean, it's just another ball game, really. I mean, you know what's going on, you know what's at stake, but you just approach it like any other game. These guys have been playing all year. These games are what it's all about. Wrigley's going to be insane. You're coming back home. It is a little bit better for them getting back into their own ballpark. The travel between Chicago and Milwaukee is obviously not an issue, but that'll, it helps. It definitely helps to come back home. But in the back of your mind, I know you're sitting there thinking we're down 0-2. This is our lives are at stake. But at the same time, it's just another ball game.
There you go. Jayson Werth, World Series champ. He would know. Jayson, thank you so much, man. Good luck with the ponies. Sorry about your survivor pool. And we'll talk to you again sometime soon.
All right, guys. Take it easy. Thanks for having me. See you.
Later, man. Yeah, he told us off air that he got eliminated on that.
Yeah, the Cardinals. Brutal. A lot of people had the Cardinals. A lot of people had the Cardinals.
Oh, my God. All right, guys. Going to break. When we get back, we got more Wake Up Barstool. Don't go anywhere. We got Supreme Debate to close out hour number 1. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Once again, it is time to engage in Supreme Debate. And remember, how we like to do this, guys, we want you to screenshot it, send it to all of your friends as we have the conversations no one else is willing to. Morning Sports. Dan, take us away.
Okay.
Supreme Debate.
I'm going to start. I believe I have a graphic to start, a blind resume. I don't know if I have that set up.
Hell yeah.
Who'd you guys take in this? Who would you guys take in this? Player 1 or player 2? Player 1, 169 rush yards, 2 touchdowns, 13 receiving yards. Player 2, 148 rush yards, 2 touchdowns, 16 receiving yards. Who would you take, Steven?
I'm going to say player 2.
Okay.
Because I'm gaming the system.
Okay.
You're being cute. I'm saying player 1, 9 yards.
Yeah, I'll walk right into the trap.
You're taking player 1, okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, both players are Derrick Henry. Player 1 is Derrick Henry in week 1 this season. Player 2 is Derrick Henry weeks 2 through 5 this season.
Oh, man.
Which leads you to my Supreme Debate, because I might think maybe Derrick Henry has finally hit the wall. He's 31 years old.
No,
Can
not
we
like
now
this.
tackle Derrick Henry?
No.
I think we could. He's kind of washed.
Will there ever be a point in your life where you'd be able to tackle Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
You think it's coming up?
October, what's today's date?
The
October
7th.
7th, 2025, Nick.
Today. You can tackle him today.
I feel like I would, every bone in my body would shatter.
I don't know,
like
dude. He's
Krillin.
averaging 2 yards a carry.
He would Krillin me.
He's averaging 2 yards a carry. I think
They're a
he could.
disaster.
Yeah.
They're a
complete disaster.
That's why I'll forgive Henry and say it's not a wall, is everything is wrong with the Ravens right now.
But this was also before, obviously this last game, you give him, hey, Cooper Rush is the quarterback. They can load the box on you. But the weeks before, he's not been good either.
Yeah, but if you made a laundry list of problems with the Ravens, I don't know if Derrick Henry is in the top 3.
I agree.
It's defense.
But let's say they get some of these things fixed, and then it's like, hey, Derrick Henry is not Derrick Henry anymore.
Yeah, he had 1 week left of being Derrick Henry.
Yeah, and you burned it with
In week one.
with a loss.
Yeah.
And if you had won that game, everything would feel totally different.
He needs to eat the football. Solve that fumbleitis.
He'll probably have like 300 yards after this, but
No, Eddie didn't say it.
but yeah. But I do think I think I could probably tackle Derrick Henry at this point in his career.
And you got to be careful.
Yeah,
Somebody might be able to set that up. Eddie,
Take it
what do
again,
you got?
Yeah, listen, we touched on it with Jayson Werth. I think you should be allowed a 24-hour purge if you're a Cardinals fan.
Yeah.
Or involved with that game in any other way.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
mean by, like a purge, like we're gonna
Yeah.
kill each other.
I thought you meant
cry.
vomiting.
No, like put on the mask and get on the Ring doorbell cam and
Just do whatever
make
you'd
some
like.
stuff happen.
Rob a bank, yeah.
Yes, like
Yeah.
that is horrible what happened to that.
Just ridiculous.
I think he crossed the plane, by the way.
Oh.
I kind of, bro, I'm kind of with you.
Yeah.
Like, I guess they're saying that as soon as he started the motion, he's letting go to the ball, but he
Come
kind of
on.
reached it out and then finger rolled it. Like,
Interesting.
I'm glad. I don't mind that they called it because it's the funniest game I've ever seen. But I'm absolutely with Nicky there.
Third string running back had 2 guys had to get hurt for him to get his chance.
Yeah.
Like that's still in
Give
his
it to
hand.
him.
I actually think, I'm just thinking out loud here, the Arizona Cardinals, in terms of franchises that I have no rivalry or like actual animosity,
Yeah.
I think I hate them the most.
Oh really?
Yeah?
They're just, I'm so sick of them. I don't know. Like, I am.
That's the oldest franchise in the NFL.
I understand. I'm just sick of them. They're every year. It's
They're
like
an institution.
they might be good. Oh, Kyler Murray. I think I'm just sick of them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they're just
They had the jerseys that look like tortillas.
yeah, they're just annoying. I can't really. Maybe you guys can help me walk me through this. But like, they're an annoying franchise because they always have a little bit of tantalizing something, and they just stink.
I was gonna say they need an identity, but I think that just might be it.
Right.
They're just there.
Right.
Kind of fun with Pat P back in the day, but yeah, no.
They kind of just tease you.
Yeah.
You know.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for Cardinals fans. It's nothing against them. I'm just saying, for all the franchises like that, you shouldn't have any feelings for. The Cardinals, I might just hate the most.
But that wasn't even the craziest play in the game.
No, the big bubble was so stupid.
No.
Nikki, what you got?
There's a lot of young, exciting quarterbacks right now, and I was looking at jersey sales. Michael Penix is the 28th most popular sold quarterback jersey. What? 28th. So, can a really bad last name affect draft stock?
Yes.
Well, but he did get drafted. He got drafted higher than we expected.
Yes.
So-
but like his name is just bad. A really bad last name?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Bin Laden has 20 kids, and he's a big guy.
Yup.
There's a chance one of them ends up being an
you
athlete.
cannot draft a Bin Laden.
You can't.
you're
You cannot.
Like
You
there's-
can't.
If there's like a middle linebacker named Hitler, he's going to fall in the draft.
Right.
That's just a fact.
That's
You
true.
will not
But
draft
if
him
you're
high.
looking at this, if you're a team owner and you're looking at this, you're just like, okay, we want to market this guy.
Yeah.
We can't market Bin Laden at
No.
safety.
Yeah. Maybe they got to sell.
I don't understand the Penix thing though, because he's like young, exciting,
Exactly.
giant.
Yeah,
last
but the
name.
name is
He's
just-
in Atlanta. It's just too close to penis.
Yeah, that would be it.
Wow.
But he's got the junior in there.
That's
A
worse.
junior penis is always supposed to be there.
He's got to go with the I or the I. I like that.
Yeah.
That might confuse it a little.
Yeah.
Penix too.
Just Mike.
Yeah.
On
Have
the back
say
of
Mike
Go
on
do
the
the Brazilian soccer thing.
He needs to become
Go by Mike.
Brazilian.
Yeah.
Or I think the Falcons at least step in and ask him to do that.
How funny would that be if we're like, yeah, that's the Falcons quarterback, Mike. That's just it.
I like
we
that.
never say any other part of his name.
Oh man, it seems like every week I have like a bucket list moment here on Wake Up Barstool, and here is yet another one. Dan, right now it is time to be joined by my radio hero, the paradoxical prince, both satirical and sincere. I love this man. I have loved him for years, and that is my guy, Stugotz. Stu, what's going on, man? Thank you for waking up with us.
Good morning, T-Bob. Hello, Big Cat. I have no idea who the other two guys are. I apologize.
Perfectly
for the
fair.
end of this, but how many guys do you need to host a TV show?
5.
Big Cat, it is good to see you've added just one more show to your 50
Oh, yeah.
job that you already have. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, no, I started this show today. I'm so like down in the dumps with the Cubs and just all the work. I tried on my wife's makeup this morning. That's how bad it's getting for me right now. So yeah, no, they just keep adding shows, and yes, we do need a lot of guys. It's strength in numbers.
Yeah.
You know, we need
Yeah.
5 guys.
I'm like,
Offensive
look,
line.
Stu, I'm like the town bicycle. I get 4 new guys every single day. Everybody
Listen, I say
gets a
this as a
ride.
guy who co-hosted a radio show that had 7 dudes on it for 20 years.
Yes.
I get it. We need help. We're not that good at this. We all need help. Okay?
Yeah.
So thank you to the help.
Stu, you know who needs help? Your Jets, Jets. How, bruh? Take me inside the mind of a long-suffering Jets fan, and I want to know mainly, I guess, how you felt at the beginning of the year, maybe even after that kind of frisky week 1, to how you're feeling now.
Never felt good about it. Have never felt good about it. Will never feel good about it. I'm a Jets fan. That's what I signed up for. I signed up for misery, a lifetime of football misery. Here's the best example that I can give you guys of what it's like to be a Jets fan. I don't know if you remember like the block kick game where they blocked that kick, they returned it for a touchdown, they had the lead. And most Jet fans, most fan bases would be excited in that moment. I think it was against the Bucs.
Yeah.
And most fan bases would be excited in that moment. Block field goal, take it all the way back. Jets have the lead. They leave too much time on the clock, though, okay? Most fan bases excited. So my wife, I'm sitting here watching that game, and my wife says to me, wow, the Jets are going to win. And I looked at her and I said, are you kidding me? They left too much time on the clock for Baker Mayfield. Every Jet fan knew in that moment that was not a good moment for the Jets. That was an awful, horrible, disastrous moment for the New York Jets because we were going to lose in the worst possible way. And, of course, we did. And so just to know that every Sunday is going to end in misery, that's what it's like to be a Jets fan. Every single Sunday.
Yeah. Although, so we have Jets fans in this office as well. One of the producers on Pardon My Take is a diehard Jets fan. And I asked him on Sunday because there is a moment every season, and this happens to the Bears a lot of seasons as well, where you hit that like breaking point where it's almost you're through the wall and it can't hurt you anymore. Are you there yet where it's like they're 0-5, they're the worst team in the league, you're going to watch the games, but you can't be hurt anymore this season?
I cannot be hurt anymore this season. I arrive every season at a point where I start rooting for the Jets to lose games.
Right.
I do. Like winning is like, what's the point in winning football games, right? At this stage of the season. So I will be in must-lose mode for the remainder of the season. Why? The only way you can get good in the NFL is by being bad.
Yeah.
And the Jets have been bad for a long, long time, and that hasn't helped. But they have to be like historically bad. So, Big Cat, I'm rooting for like an 0-17. But here's the other tricky thing about being a Jets fan. If they pull that off, if they go 0-17 and have the number 1 pick in the draft, they'll pick the wrong guy. Or the guy they're going to pick will flourish on some other team 5 years from the day that they drafted him, whether it's Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, or a guy like that. That is there's no winning here.
Yeah.
There is no winning. We just exist, okay? So even when they lose, they don't win. When they win, they don't win. We never win.
There was some chatter here about people thinking that it is the worst Jets team of all time. Do you think that or no?
I don't care. I mean, I almost cursed. I'm sorry. I mean,
That's okay.
It's fine. I did yesterday.
what are we choosing between the worst Jets team of all time?
Give me the worst 3 Jets teams of all time.
It is so mean to be like, this is what we're talking about right now.
And I know here's the great thing, because the greatest quarterback since I've become a fan of the New York Jets, the greatest quarterback I've had is Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
And he didn't embarrass himself over the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Disasters.
Yeah.
Stu, how about this? Okay, we'll move off the Jets for a little bit. You are the premier, I would say, arbiter of who's fraudulent when it comes to head coaches, NFL, college, anything like that. Are we giving Steve Sarkisian a free pass because of James Franklin? And I just want to read one stat to you. So we all know James Franklin, 4-21 against top 10 teams. Mm-hmm. Steve Sarkisian, 5-18. Right. 2-8 at Texas.
Yeah.
Right there with James Franklin, and yet we're not giving him any crap. Bigger frauds, too.
James Franklin. I mean, Sark is getting there. There's no question about it. But Franklin's record against top 10 teams, Franklin's record against top 10 teams in the Big Ten. Here's what I hated, T-Bob, and I think you and I discussed this about the expanded college football playoff. James Franklin gets to walk around campus for an entire year. He couldn't make it when it was 4 teams, but he made the expanded playoff. And so now he gets to walk around the Penn State campus and tell everyone, hey, off to a tough start, but we made the playoffs last year. Mm-hmm. Like, it can always, now we can, all these coaches who aren't very good, who couldn't make it to the playoff when it was 4 teams, now they get into the expanded playoff, into the 12-team playoff, and all of a sudden they have playoffs on their resume. I mean, it is a total joke. So James Franklin, I understand what you're saying about Sark. I absolutely get it. We should probably get on him more. But James Franklin, to me, is the worst coach in America.
See, I actually think that Sark is the bigger fraud by definition, because James Franklin, we know exactly what he is. He's not a fraud anymore. He literally just stinks against good teams. You know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. He's not hiding anything. No one's like, ooh, maybe this is the time that James Franklin can do it. No, he cannot do it. He will never do it. He is what he is. Sark is like, there's not enough attention. I think that the best thing that happened to Texas this year was Penn State existed, because no one is talking about how bad Texas has been and how bad Arch Manning's been.
Wait, so are you saying for James Franklin it has sunk in already that he is sinking into the character of I can't win the big game and Sark's just not there yet?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we know
We know.
Franklin can't be a fraud because we know it.
Right, and Franklin, like when he does the "Let's go 1-0" tweet every single week, he's sitting there like fighting back tears. He's that meme with the girl.
Okay, so
like
he is sunk into the character,
Yeah.
and Sark is still taking himself very, very seriously.
Yeah.
And still thinking that he's an elite coach.
Sark is walking around with his chest puffed out, being like, "I'm going to win my next big game." James Franklin probably has a calendar in his like kitchen, and he wakes up every day and he sees Ohio State, and he's like, "Well, that's gonna suck."
He has games circled on his calendar. He knows he's going to lose. Now, he shares that with his, with his family in private moments. He
Yes.
tells his team that.
Yeah.
Right, I understand. Hey, honey, we're going to lose this game.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, his wife's like, "Can we go out to dinner on November 4th?" And like, "No, honey, that's 2 days after we lose to Ohio State. We cannot
Right.
do that."
Well, so do you guys think James Franklin will be back next year or no?
He's got a $58 million buyout still.
I know.
58, bro.
But Penn State has so much money, and it's just like they should move on from him. Teams are so
Right.
scared now because of what happened with Nebraska or Michigan when Lloyd Carr left, and there's also been some good times. Georgia made a perfect move from Mark Richt to Kirby Smart.
I agree. I think the bigger deals in the NIL era, every $1 you spend on a buyout feels like $2.
Yeah.
Because it could be, that's like 3 elite rosters.
Yeah.
But you're going to pay James Franklin, the guy that you hate, to not work?
Yeah.
Like that.
$57 million to not work. I mean, that is a
Stu.
great job by James Franklin's agent.
That's what I was
Whoever
gonna
his agent
say,
is, I
dude.
want that agent. Yeah.
Stu, is that your dream? Would that be your dream to get a $50 million buyout?
I would take a $10 million buyout. I take a $5 million. I take a $500,000 buyout and not work for the remainder of time right now. I would. I mean, you wouldn't, Big Cat? Get out of here. No, you're going too strong right now.
No, 500,000. No, that would like the way I'm going. That'd be like October in gambling. It hasn't been going well.
Stop repairing the basketball court. Stop building new studios.
I know.
Save some money, my man.
I know. I joke about it, but it's not really a joke. But like the months of September, October, and November, I kind of work for free when it comes to our good friends at DraftKings. Go ahead.
You're thanking them for that.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, DraftKings.
Stu, you've said that Babe Ruth is not a top 5 Yankee of all time. Where does Aaron Judge rank on that list? And who is in your top 5?
Top 5 Yankees of all time: Mantle, DiMaggio, Garrick, probably Yogi Berra, and Derek Jeter. I mean, that's it. The Yankees are the hardest team. The Canes are the toughest team to do a Mount Rushmore for. The Canes and I think USC probably for college football. The Yankees are really difficult to pull off a top 5. You have to leave some of the all-time greats to have ever played the game of baseball. When you do a top 5 Yankee list, some of those guys need to be left off the list.
Yeah.
So I leave Babe Ruth off because Babe Ruth, do it against pitchers who are throwing 95 miles per hour. Do it in the 2000s. Do it in the 1990s. So I go DiMaggio. I go Mantle. I left out Rivera. I mean, that's how deep the Yankees are. I left out Mariano Rivera. I left out Reggie Jackson, Mr. October. I left out Dave Winfield. I left out Phil Rizzuto. I left out Whitey Ford because the Yankees are that deep. The Yankees are everything the Jets are not.
Yeah.
Stu, speaking of baseball, you are the master of observations. What are your biggest takeaways from the divisional series thus far?
Let's start with the wild card, if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah.
The celebration the Yankees had because they won 2 out of 3 over the Red Sox is a complete embarrassment. If you're a team that prides itself, and you say it all the time, championship or bust, you do not celebrate winning 2 out of 3 at home to the Red Sox with champagne and goggles. You can't do it. And what happened was the Blue Jays became a letdown series. It was a blessing in disguise for Toronto because they got the Yankees off this big series with the Red Sox, and now they're facing the Blue Jays in Toronto, and it just doesn't feel the same way. So the celebrations for a team winning 2 out of 3 at home with goggles, with champagne, when you pride yourself on winning championships, and all you did was advance to the ALDS. That is an embarrassment, and the Yankees should be ashamed of themselves.
Hell yeah.
Here's what I love about baseball, though. The Tigers had this late season collapse. They melt down, and here they are just a couple of games away from making it to the ALCS. That's why I love baseball. All you have to do is get there. And once you get there, anything can happen. And so I'm not going to be surprised if the Tigers find themselves in the World Series. I am going to be surprised if the Yankees get past the Blue Jays here, because I think the Yankees have no shot of doing it.
So I half disagree with your take about the celebration. I'm a big celebrate everything in life guy, where it's like you got to celebrate the process. But the Cubs had something similar where they celebrate winning against the Padres and they look terrible on Saturday. I think you got to do the celebration. I think you just can't let anyone drink anything. I think you just spray each other with champagne for like 30 minutes, and then you're like, all right, boys, hit the showers. Let's go. We got the next series.
So you're saying take the celebration when you can take the celebration.
Yeah, right. Just spray each other off. Get crazy in there. Do not drink, and then get going.
If I had to choose between drinking or spraying my boys,
I'd spray my boys.
Drinking every time.
No, I would spray my boys.
It sounds to me that Stu has animosity towards the goggles, though. If you got in a champagne spray, would you not wear goggles?
No, I don't want any of it. Listen, the Padres could do it. The Cubs could even do it. Any other team could do it. The Yankees cannot do it. You cannot be championship or bust and celebrate like you just won a championship when all you did was win 2 out of 3 against the Red Sox at home. And you struggled to do it, and they were limping into the playoffs. That's any other team can celebrate any other round they want, any other way they want. It's just that organization. They can't celebrate until they win the World Series, period.
Would you take a pinstripe away from Aaron Judge for that celebration?
I would, yes. I've never thought about taking away a pinstripe. That is a brilliant idea. Yes,
I do it all the time. Yeah, no, I do like Aaron Judge coming up down 6-1, hitting a double. Like, that's a half a pinstripe for me. And there's a lot of pinstripes on the jersey, and then it just always fluctuates. Go back and forth. Oh, we take away a pinstripe, we put one on. So yeah, it's just gotta be, it's like the Buckeyes, on the helmets. That's how we deal with
the helmet sticker. Yeah, exactly. Take away a pinstripe. So what does Judge have to do to earn a pinstripe? Like win a championship?
Yeah, he's got to get a big hit in a big moment. Yeah.
Right.
He can't. He's going so bad. We were sitting in the gambling cave on Sunday watching the game, Sunday. When the Yankees went down like 12-0, we all bet Aaron Judge did a home run because we're like, this is exactly when he shines.
Garbage time.
Yeah. This is when he's going to get the big hit and have his numbers look a little bit better than they are. It's crazy. It's you can't even blame, the worst part for the Yankees, and this goes for the Cubs as well, you can't even blame cheating anymore because of the pitch comm. You can't even be like they're stealing our signs in their home stadium. It's brutal. They've taken that away from us.
Yes. You're upset they took away the cheating aspect.
Yeah. Well, at least the ability to accuse the other team of cheating.
Right. Wasn't baseball at its best when guys were cheating? I mean, let's be honest.
Sure.
No, I'm with you. Big Cat, I'm with you on this.
Yeah.
Like, they took away cheating from us, and we can't even accuse guys of cheating because everything is evened out.
Right.
So, right. I understand that.
Give us the ability to say that we didn't lose, we got cheated. They took that from us.
Stu, your daughter she plays in Northwestern, huh?
She does. She plays lacrosse at Northwestern. I just love that we crushed Aaron Judge, who was batting .444 in the postseason.
But
no, it's clutch hitting. Go watch Meek Phil yesterday at Wake Up Barstool. The clutch hitting is non-existent.
No, Stu, look where he's gotten the hits. He got a double down 6-1, leg down a single.
Stu, you're the king of this. You should be crushing
listen,
Aaron
you guys
Judge.
are lashing out at me. Fine, it's a bad .444.
It's the worst 440 you could ever have.
Right. No, I'm with you. It's a bad. Stop yelling at me. It's a bad .444. My daughter does play lacrosse. T-Bob, sorry.
So look, I think if there's one thing that this show needs, it's another white guy on it. When are you coming up? When are you going to come up and come see us?
I'm coming up this weekend. I would love to be the 5th white guy on that show. That would
nice.
be nice. Let's make
There's
this happen.
no way you're waking up for this show. There is 0% chance. You will say you're going to wake up for this show. You are not going to wake up for this show.
What time does it start?
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Oh, you're right. I'm not waking up for that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, what if we could have like a little pre-show heater? Can I take you at all there? Okay. Excellent.
If I could smoke right in that little living room right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we
can do whatever you want.
I think we can. We're good. It's dance
So I'll be up there this Thursday, guys. Hopefully, Big Cat, I'll finally make it over to the studios there and hang out with you guys.
No,
But I'll
you
be up
won't.
on Thursday.
Yeah.
Fall ball starts this weekend for Northwestern lacrosse. So I'm really excited about it. By the way, Penn State, just to put this in perspective, lost to UCLA. UCLA lost to Northwestern in football.
Yeah. That is good
Hey,
perspective.
Stu, before you go, tell us about Stugotz and Company.
We're having a blast with it, guys. Naturally, I did the show with Dan for 20 years. Still doing the show with Dan. I'll be in there. A bunch of shows coming up in the next 30, 45 days or so. But Stugotz and Company has been a blast. It's just been it's been fun doing it with Taylor, doing it with Israel Gutierrez, doing it with Mikey A, having a lot of great guests on, having a lot of fun. And when you do a show with someone like Dan, a lot of times you're going to go down the road that he wants to go down. And what I found liberating about this is I choose the road that I want to go down. And so I'm not so much reacting to what it is he's saying and what's interesting to him. I am choosing what's interesting to me. And so just a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, a lot of great guests. I like a lot of voices, just like you guys. And so we're just having a blast with it. That and God Bless Football doing it every single day. So I appreciate you guys mentioning it, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, like I said, man, it's been a dream come true to get to go on there and chop it up with you, man.
Yeah, T-Bob's got like a weekly show, Big Cat. When are you coming on? T-Bob's got a weekly show, and I'll get around to paying him at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna come on your podcast.
Yeah,
I have
Dan, you
to.
definitely need another show.
Yeah, I
I
got
haven't
it.
spent enough time. So the two guys on my left, you're right, Big Cat. Okay?
Yeah.
I have not spent enough time talking to them. I would like to invite both of them on my show together.
Eddie,
Gladly.
hell yeah.
That's perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Stu, thank you so much, brother.
That way, next time I come on this show, I'll know your names and
Yeah.
we can actually have conversation.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Done.
Stu, thank you so much, man. Love you, dog. Have a great day. And yeah, I hope Northwestern lacrosse kicks ass this week.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. T-Bob, you're too dressed up. Like, it's too buttoned up.
I did. God, dude.
Also, I'd also like it on the record. I do not care how Northwestern lacrosse does this weekend. I do not care whatsoever.
I'm getting from all angles.
That was good you squeezed that in.
Well, I mean, him saying like, "Oh, hope they kick ass." Like, no, you don't.
No, I do.
No, you will not think. The minute he hangs up, we will not think for a 1 second
Will you
about
check the
Northwestern
score?
lacrosse.
Will you check the
I
score?
will.
Listen, I'm with Big Cat. It was a throwaway line. T-Bob, it was a throwaway.
But it was so unnecessary. Come on.
I love Stu. He's my radio hero. I'm trying to be nice.
I know, but this is like preseason football. Like,
Right.
no one cares who
And
wins,
it's
who
women's
loses,
lacrosse.
right?
Come on.
You'll be broken.
He
Wish me
loves
luck in
women's
March,
lacrosse. He's
okay?
one of the premier women's lacrosse coaches in the entire country.
I am. Yes.
See, look.
Wow.
God, Dan's telling me right before the show, I liked your hair better longer.
Yeah,
Grow it back
it
out.
was hotter.
Stu's telling me you're too dressed up. All right, guys, let's go to break. Stu, thank you. I love you.
You
More
got it,
Wake Up Barstool coming up. We got a lot to get to. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool FS1. We were just talking about celebrations, playoffs, everything with Stu, right? Mm-hmm. And Dan, what did you say? You said you believe in celebrating the moments, right?
Yes,
Like,
you have to.
okay, so if you spent like a lifetime chasing a 50-50 win and then you
Yeah.
won it and they wanted to present you with a
Yeah.
giant check before a massive game that the Cubs need to win, I feel like, what would you do in that situation?
Okay, so nice try to get gotcha culture, as our good friend Rico Bosco says.
That wasn't gotcha culture,
That was
was it?
gotcha culture.
Is that gotcha culture?
I don't know what it means.
Under the same analogy, though,
Yeah.
that would be like the Cubs beating the Padres,
Yep.
going to do champagne, and then being like, hey, not doing champagne right away, beating the Padres, then the game one against the Brewers right before it starts, they're being like, hey, you want to do some champagne now and just like get messed up before the game starts? Like I can't. There's a game. The Cubs season's on the line. Eddie and I got to go save the Cubs season.
Yeah, listen, you're a big read the room guy.
Yes.
You got to read the room.
All right. Here's a
got
perfect.
to.
This is actually exactly how I can win this argument.
Okay.
I know exactly how I can win this argument.
Okay.
Steven Cheah had said he would undoubtedly go and get the check and like high five Clark and ask for batting practice and stuff. He is the number one can't read the room guy.
He has no internal monologue.
Imagine being 1-0 in big check games, though.
That does feel enticing.
That's a good.
That part does feel
tantalizing.
Like, I knew
That
Nicky could
is-
break.
But then again, if they lose and you have to put that big check in the back of your car, you're frustrated.
Yeah.
That's brutal too.
Yeah.
But
it's a gamble.
But it is going to a great cause at the end of the day. So you could also tell yourself you're bringing more attention to a very worthy cause by accepting the big check on that stage.
I've already brought a bunch of attention to it.
What about you tell the Cubs players, if you don't win, that money's coming back. You're taking it away from the charity.
No one's getting paid today.
Yeah.
See, I would think differently if, like, the problem is this is what happens with sports is, like, I obviously don't control the outcome. If the Cubs were maybe willing to let me get an at-bat, then I would maybe accept the first. If I could have some impact
Some
on this
agency.
game.
Fair. Okay.
You know
I
what I
think,
mean?
yeah.
Like, it's out of my hands.
No, I think that definitely gives you a better chance of winning the game if they were to give you an at-bat.
Let me have a
For
little
sure.
bit of, impact on this.
Just to throw one ephus pitch, right? They can't hit those. You could throw one ball and then just get out of there.
Yeah, I think I could actually, I could get an out. I don't know how many runs I'd give up.
You'll
I could
take
get
just
an out.
like a pickoff slide back to first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
That was
Right.
nice.
Yeah, just take me out.
Just walk to first.
Yeah,
and get
exactly.
a pinch runner.
Yeah.
Che, what do you wait? So you, okay? What are you going to do to make sure that the Cubs win this game 3?
Elimination game pants are going to be on.
Oh, God, I didn't even know those existed.
What are elimination game pants?
They're 1-0. They're game-worn pants from the 80s. They're nice and blue. We're 1-0 when I wear them.
Wait, they're game worn from the 80s?
Yeah.
You bought them from who?
I don't know. Somebody on eBay.
Whose pants were they?
Don't
Wait,
know.
no. Time out.
This is awesome.
Have you
This
watched
is
them?
Yeah.
ridiculous to say.
Why?
When you say game worn, that makes it seem like it was worn in a Major League Baseball game. You're saying game worn, it's
No,
just
they
some
were.
random guy.
No, they're
No, they were worn.
No. That's funnier.
They're an
No,
80s
Because that would be what he would do.
No,
He'd be like, oh yeah, this guy Steve, he wore him in his softball game in the 80s.
like a board game night.
Game
Yeah,
worn.
he formed a.
Yeah.
Who wore them?
I don't even know, and I don't know
How do
any
you know
baseball
they were
players.
game worn?
I don't, because that's how it was. There's like inscriptions on it with the
Can you go to
number
your
of them.
eBay receipt?
We need to find out who wore these pants.
I'll do this during the break, certainly. But I'll wear the pants. I think the whole, and maybe I'm just saying this from the point of I haven't been in it long enough to be beaten down by the franchise and the city and all that stuff. The attitudes of all Cubs fans today stinks. So
Yes,
I'm calling
tell
you
them.
out.
Tell them,
I'm calling you out.
Jay.
I'm calling everybody out. You guys need to defend home turf.
Yes.
The series doesn't start till you lose a home game. Everybody is already admitting defeat. We're down 2-0. Okay, win game 3, and then all the pressure's on Philly on Milwaukee to close it out.
Bob, mute
So
him.
close.
Please
Get it
mute
going.
him.
It's all on Milwaukee to close out because if the Cubs win game 4, anything can happen in game 5.
Did you go to eBay and specifically search game-worn pants?
No, it came up on like you may also like, and I was like, oh, cool.
You may also like these
Targeted
game-worn
ads.
pants. All right, guys. Right now, look, NHL getting underway tonight. Opening night. You can't wait. And who better to talk to than our guy Keith Yandle, Spittin' Chicklets podcast. My brain just broke for a second. Yans, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining us, dude.
What's up, guys? Why are we talking about baseball when hockey's starting today? It's all hockey from now on.
Hey, Jens, you got a pool at your house?
That's just the hot tub.
Oh, the little flexo. Let me put my Zoom right in front of my Florida, pool. That's nice, Jens. You look good.
Where should my
Hey,
interview
in a
setup
couple
be?
months when it's freezing cold up there in Chicago, you can come on down and flop around in my pool, big cat.
Is that all turf, or is there a grass strip behind the turf?
I got turf and grass. Yeah, a little bit of both. We got a pool and a pond.
I got
man.
a take for you, Jens. It's too early for hockey.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
It's a great
agree little
preview.
I don't think it's too early. It's never too early for hockey. I just think it goes too late. We need to end it before June at some point, but starting it right now in October, it's ready to go season. I think, football the first 5 weeks is meh. Hockey, I think the best hockey you see is during the first couple months, especially this year with the Olympic year, guys coming out want to make those teams for their respective countries. So you're going to see a lot of good hockey early in the year, what you don't usually see in other sports.
All right, so question for gamblers out there, because hockey is back tonight. When the hockey season starts, Is it more or less goals? Is it like, because, in football, it's, the defense is ahead of the offense. In baseball, the pitching is ahead of the hitters. What is it usually in the first month of the season for hockey?
Overs. Take the overs. Goaltenders, you don't see, especially nowadays, the goalies aren't playing a lot of preseason games, and there's a big difference between practice shots and game shots. So I would take the overs. A lot of teams, haven't really touched too much on their defensive zone. Camp nowadays is only 2-3 weeks. So, a lot of it is just kind of getting in shape, getting ready to go. And the first 2-3 weeks of the season is, getting your systems in place, getting, everybody where they need to be and figuring out what kind of defense you're going to run, what kind of offense you're going to run. So I would take the over just simply because, a lot of goalies haven't seen too many game shots.
Jans, big McDavid news yesterday. Gun to head, how does it end? Does he stay there forever and get a cup, or does he leave? Is it over?
Well, I think what he did is genius, right? Like he's got one more year under this contract and then 2 more where he takes a massive, massive discount. Not even a discount, it's a charity. Yeah. And, signing for $12 million, that would be like, SGA signing for $10 million. Like it's unheard of the discount that he took. I think he's putting the ball in Edmonton's court saying, hey, it's up to you guys for the next 3 years to surround me with some players to help win. And if in those 3 years they don't win, then he can kind of wipe his hands clean and go somewhere else to try to win. But I think what he did is spectacular for the game. He wants to stay there. He wants to win. But he also has a little bit of a timeline where it's like, okay, if these 3 years you don't put the right guys around me to help me win, then I can kind of wipe my hands clean and no fans would be mad at him just because of the discount that he took.
All right. Other part, and this is maybe the cynical part that I saw of the contract, the $12.5 million a year for 2 years. Did he also leave a little on the table so that if it doesn't work this year or even halfway through next year, he is someone that teams could actually trade for, a contending team could actually trade for so that he could go win a cup? Because if he took max amount of money, a lot of teams can't get under the cap, can't make that deal work. He's like, with a year and a half left, he would be the most enticing, affordable star that you could ever get, correct?
Correct, but I don't think there's any scenario unless he asked for a trade in that last year or last year and a half that they would ever trade him, because you got to milk him dry for all the, the butts that he puts in the seats every night, the jersey sell. So I don't think there'd be a world that they would trade him unless he asked for it, even if they knew he was going to leave. But I think it just opens up, ways to get more players there. Like you look at him making 12 and say the Penguins aren't doing well. Sidney Crosby making 8.7. Like, is he a guy that can go over there to help him win? They played together at 4 Nations. They're going to play together at the Olympics. So it's definitely interesting. And but I really don't see a world where he gets traded without without asking for one.
Jens, is there any, like, as far as the other players go, and this is pretty cynical as well, is there any chatter amongst players maybe that this kind of lowers the pay ceiling for others when the best player accepts something like this?
No, not at all. I think everybody realizes what his mission is. Like when he was drafted first overall there, he's a guy that just wants to win in Edmonton. He's, playing in the shadows of Wayne Gretzky, who is, the best player ever. And he's knocking at that door to be one of those Mount Rushmore players. And I think for his legacy, obviously he's going to be a Hall of Famer and a top 2 player of all time. But for his legacy, I think in his mind, he needs to win a Stanley Cup in Edmonton. And, I think they got a 3-year window to do it right now. But I think everybody, the agents, the GMs, everybody knows that, the only reason he took that deal is to, stay there, help that team, surround them with good players, and give them a chance to win.
Jans, we're in the same trivia league. I have a question that you missed very badly, and I'm going to give you a chance for redemption. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Mean.
How many Arby's are there in the United States?
Ooh. I think I said like one a state, maybe like 50, but it's probably like it's got to be about 10,000. The more I read into Arby's, like they're a monster. And then they got Bob Does Sports, Bobby Burger backing them nowadays. So I think Arby's to the moon the next couple of years.
Okay, so you said 198. There are 3,402, so still just as off with 10.
Not an Arby's guy. Never been. I've never been, but I see what they're putting in nowadays, and I might have to try them out.
Yeah, swing by today.
Yeah. Yans, are the Panthers going to go three-peat? I mean, they're so loaded, and it feels like they brought everyone back. What's going to stop them from going 3 in a row here?
Yeah, I mean, the big talk right now is they lost Sasha Barkov, who is the best two-way player in the game, a top 3 player in the game. And, losing him for the whole year, obviously, is tough shoes to fill. But they got guys that can fill that. You got a young kid, Anton Lundell. I think he just turned 24 years old, but he is a legitimate Barkov prodigy. He's from Finland. They follow each other around. He's learned the game from Barkey. So a guy that I think will step into his spot and kind of, you won't notice too much because he can shut down big lines. He can, do it on the offensive side as well. And, last year they bring over Brad Marchand. He played with Anton Lundell and Luosterainen as a third line when everybody was saying, that's a really good second line. So they're going to be slotted in at the second line. So it kind of doesn't really hurt them as much as other teams if they lost their best player. And then, their D, man, like they just got every D is over 6'1". They got, Miklo 6'6". Like they just got a bunch of condors out there just taking up space. And it's a fun team to root for. I think they're going to have to do it a little differently this year by winning from defense and as opposed to on the offensive side. But they got the guys to do it. They got Bob, the best goalie in the league. And at the end of the day, they've been to 3 straight finals. And can they make it 4? It's a lot of hockey. But, these guys just being down here, being around them, they don't seem like they're satisfied. Like they want more and they want to do this year in, year out. So I would not doubt if they went back to the finals.
Jans, so it is opening night, but what better time to ask you who will end up as Stanley Cup champion? And look, if it's the Panthers, maybe give me a team outside of the Panthers that you feel great about.
Okay, well, Biz thinks all 7 Canadian teams are going to make the playoffs, and as we all know, Canadian team hasn't won it since 1993, and if they can't do it this year with, Florida being banged up the whole year, hopefully they get Barkov back for the playoffs. But I think this is Canada's year. If they don't win it this year, we could be looking at another 26 years of misery. So I think, or what is it, 36? So it's kind of one of those things for me. Like if a Canadian team doesn't win it this year, we're going to look at another long drought. But for me, I think Vegas is probably my favorite to win it. I think there's 3 legitimate teams. You got Vegas, Dallas, and Edmonton in the West that could win it, and then in the East you got Florida, Tampa, and Toronto. But you also can't sleep on a team like Frank the Tank's team, Jersey. They've made some good moves, signed their young guys. I love what Fitzy's doing there. They got a good goaltender. So look for some other teams like Jersey and the Rangers to make a splash this year.
There you go, Keith Yandle, Spittin' Chicklets co-host. Keith, thank you so much for joining up, waking up with us, and have a great day, brother. Beautiful house, beautiful backyard, beautiful pool.
Thanks, boys. You're welcome anytime.
Yeah, hey, sign your contract at Barstool.
Oh, you guys get paid?
Yes, off of that.
All right, Jens, take it easy, brother. Have a good morning.
You guys, thank you.
Yeah.
Guys, I have a question. So,
Jens, by the way, that was serious. He just doesn't check his email. So he
Wait, has he been working for free?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's just like, yeah, I got to check my email. I got to sign that contract.
he's like McDavid, dude. He's just in it for the love of the game, dude. He's just excited. All right, now it's time to talk a little UFL with our guy, Mike Repole. Mike, what's going on, man? This is the co-owner of the United Football League, just joined up in July. Mike, how we feeling, bro?
We're feeling good. I didn't know Big Cat was going to be on this show. I might have not done it, to be honest with you. But
oh, that's funny, Mike, because you texted me 20 minutes ago saying going to be on with you.
And you didn't respond. That's why.
Well, I'm doing a live show, Mike. What do you want me to do?
But if you would have responded, I probably wouldn't have come on. But now I'm here.
Yeah, there we go.
Mike, so
good man.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I butchered that.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Yep. Here we go, Mike. So you just got in the UFL. Big changes coming 26. Sell the people who are maybe on the fence, haven't checked it out. What's coming up this spring?
Listen, you guys know probably more than anyone how football is so popular. I know you guys do a lot of baseball and hockey, which I just saw right now, but football is just another level right now, right? So, we're finding out fans are desperate for football, whether it's spring football in colleges or they just need their football fix, right? So I know Dan and Dave go around the whole country from August to February, and they might get burnt out a little bit, but the fans want more of it. So, I actually spoke to Dave and Dan when I was about to do this, and I'm excited about year-round football. The NFL is the number one sport by far. College football is number two, and the other sports are really fighting it out for a distant third, to be honest with you. And we're not looking to, we're looking to leverage the success of the NFL, looking to leverage the success of college football, and just to add some spring football that's going to be fun, high quality football, and the way flag football is going in the United States, fantasy football. Rumor has it that you guys talk gambling once in a while. Mm-hmm. Gambling on football is pretty big, and we're excited about the right market with the right stadium and putting it together. So it's a big day today.
The real answer here is Dave and I think this isn't going to work, and knowing how Mike Repole has done in his business life, he's basically going to just stuff it in our face. In 5-10 years, he's going to resend me the email of being invest in the UFL, and I'm going to be like, man, I could have had all that. So that's why the UFL is going to work this time.
Yeah, I was on the fence. I was leaning towards not doing it, and then I listened to what you and Dave said.
Yeah.
And it made it a no-brainer for me. I make a lot of my business decisions off what you and Dave say, so it's valuable to me, and I'm trying to help you out. But, listen, Dan, you're not wrong. Spring football has been around for 40 years. Why hasn't it made it? And I think that there's a lot of reasons. One of them that I'm excited about is, you can't put the United Football League into a stadium that fits 75 to 100,000 fans.
Yeah.
If we had hockey like that, you couldn't sell out a 75,000. Baseball's going to smaller stadiums, and you look at some of the markets, and it looks like COVID games, in certain of those stadiums too, right? So, at the end of the day, the 10 years ago, these soccer MLS stadiums or USL stadiums didn't exist. Now they have outdoor stadiums that fit 15 to 20,000. So when you put 15,000 in a stadium that holds 75, it looks like a COVID game. When you put 15,000 in a soccer stadium, it looks like it's packed and it shows better on TV. And the quality of football has been really good. And we're excited. We're coming at a time from March to June when people are still looking for some football. And I think between, this is owned by Fox. You guys are pretty friendly with Fox, ESPN, Redbird Capital, myself, Danny Garcia, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. So, we have the financial ability to keep it going. Now we just got to build a brand and, the right local markets. We just announcing Louisville, a big city for Dave and his horse racing. Dave bought a horse this morning, by the way. Columbus. I know there's many Ohio State fans there, and Orlando. And the right market with the right stadium, I think, is the right formula. And I think it can be a fun football league and really catch people's attention March, April, May, and June.
All right, Mike, last question before we head to break. I saw a tweet from your guy, Coach Patino, talking about he can't figure out a starting five for St. John's. That is an investment for you. You spent a lot of money on that. What's going on? Are you ready for the season? Because you got a lot of things. You got UFL, you got all your horses, you got St. John's. You gotta start putting up some wins here.
Yeah, just so you know, I've only won every big race except the Kentucky Derby. But as me and you discussed this before,
that's the only one people care about.
Oh, I don't. I told you, Dan, I don't want to win that race. I want to win the other races. I'm not focused on that right now. Right? Breeders' Cup, Belmont Stakes. But listen, I went to St. John's, graduated in 91, 1985. Coincidentally, the UFL started 40 years ago. St. John's made a Final Four 40 years ago. Listen, you know me. You and Dave know me good enough that. When something's 99%, I have no interest. When something's 1%, St. John's, listen, Rico and I have a big bet. He'll be walking from New York to Indianapolis. No Greyhound bus. He'll be walking when St. John's makes the Final Four. And, this is Patino's best team. And, I don't want to put pressure on Rick, but I said two things. One, If I get one more player, I think I'm going to coach the team. That's between us. Please don't tell anybody. And if he can't win with this team, listen, he's in his 70s now. Maybe the game's just passed him by. I told him so. So I might have to do that next year. And between being the commissioner of the UFL and St. John's basketball, it's going to be a tough spring for me. But I think I can handle it.
There you go, Mike Repole. There's nothing you can't do. Mike, thank you so much. Co-owner of the UFL. Season kicks off Friday, March 27th. Huge thanks to Mike for joining us. Coming up next, more Wake Up Barstool. It's a time again, guys. It's time to look at the data. NFL Computer Power Rankings. We're going to give Dan a team. He's going to tell us where they rank. Nikki, why don't you start us off?
I think I gave you a tricky one.
Ooh.
The Seattle Seahawks.
Type it in. I type it in, and it spits out playoff teams.
Okay.
That was actually the least tricky one that anyone gave me.
Wow.
They're a solid team. I think they're going to make the playoffs. Obviously, the game against the Bucs got a little crazy, became a Big 12 shootout, but I am buying Seattle Seahawks stock.
I like them too.
Yeah.
Dan, what about your pinky team, the Houston Texans?
The Houston Texans, they are linked up with Ray Allen in the getting there category. They are getting there. Doesn't it feel like the Texans are getting a little momentum
Was the
going?
computer switching back and forth?
It was switching back and forth. They're getting there. The Texans are getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask about the 4-1 Buccaneers.
Of course you will. Of course you will.
My God.
The Bucs are one step below Juggernaut, but the most fun team in the NFL.
I love that. That's the most perfect computer answer I've ever heard.
They are the most fun team, right? We all agree?
Yeah.
I tweeted yesterday, I hate how much I love Baker when he was talking crap to the fan before the game.
Yeah.
And he recognized one guy. He's like, "Oh, you're old. You're new. Like you're the JV heckler. Get out of here. You're
And he
boy."
went back at the end after to find him again. He's the best.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Baker's
missed
the
the
best.
follow-up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eddie, what you got?
The Jets.
Ooh, good one, Eddie. Let's see what the computer says about the Jets. The Jets, in 5 billion years, the sun will engulf the earth, so who really cares?
Fair point.
Who cares?
Yes.
Like, this is all so stupid.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
1 minute and 17 seconds.
1 minute and 17 seconds.
I love that.
The Jets are nothing.
They're nothing. We're all nothing. We're all just a little speck, a pale, what is it, the pale blue dot?
Yeah, that's us.
That's the poem? Carl
Sagan.
Sagan, yeah.
The producer didn't tell you that. You got it.
Listen, I got the pale blue.
Oh, that doesn't even matter. Because nothing matters, guys. Never forget, existential nihilism is the key to dealing with any pain and doubt. Coming up next, let's go. Oh, by the way, follow Dan on Twitter for the full list. Coming up next,
Don't follow me.
Close out Wake Up Barstool. You probably already. I mean, you absolutely already do. I don't know why I was told to say that. Like,
Yeah, that's weird.
Let's come back.
Really
Let's
weird.
boost those numbers.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. So LeBron yesterday said the Decision Part 2 is coming today. I think it's an Amazon Prime ad. Deal. I don't care. I don't care about it. I think it's an ad, right?
Yeah, not
It's an ad for something.
Yeah.
Okay, who cares? What I care about are Steven Cheah's pants. And even though my mom may want to get in his pants, she's in town, by the way, Cheah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. I'm not allowing it.
I don't think.
I don't know if it's your call.
Yeah, that's not your call, dude.
What do you mean?
You're not
You can't
allowing
say-
it?
Yeah.
You can't tell me that I have to grow out my hair
Your mom's a
and let
grown-
Steven Cheah
That's
sleep
going
with
to
my
make
mom.
him want her more.
Your mom's a grown woman. She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Well, apparently she wants to do that.
Okay?
This man in his game-worn elimination pants.
So what'd you find out?
So they are game issued from Barry Foote.
Oh, that's a great name, dude. You got the foot.
I got the
Great
Foots,
name.
yes. But yeah, undefeated in elimination game, so I'll be busting them out tomorrow.
Wow.
Barry Foote.
Do we know
Teammates
anything
of
about
Hopefully
Barry
Thursday and
Foote?
Saturday.
Yeah, he was teammates with Harry Hand.
That's right. That's right.
They were great. They were classic 80s Cubs combo.
Played on the Expos, the Phillies, the Cubs, and the Yankees between 1973 and 1982.
So really just the most pointless pants ever known.
No way, dude.
they
They're
look snazzy.
1-0.
How
Yeah,
much?
they're
Did,
1-0.
how much did you pay?
I don't know, maybe high 2 figs.
Those pants are $1.
mid two figs, $50.
Oh, okay.
I
was so confused.
I was very confused.
I was very confused.
Hairy foot pants. All right, guys. We love you. Great Tuesday here at Wake Up Barstool. We'll be back Wednesday. Have a great day, guys.